And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Ultimate Dirt TV. We are getting set for race number 2, for round number 2 of the Volusia Corporation and Dirty Old Bastards, live from Volusia Speedway Park. My name is Brett Wheeler from Ultimate Dirt TV to bring you the action here this evening. Something we didn't get to do in race number 1, as we literally ran out of time as we got into the session when it was just going into qualifying. So we are going to be playing the Star Spangled Banner. Almost time to get after it. We've got just over a minute left of practice and we'll get straight into 2 minutes of solo qualifying. Now, if you weren't here for race number 1, we're now changing up the format for the Tuesday nights at the moment for the Volusia Corporation and Dirty Old Bastards 360 Wing Sprintcar series. So instead of going out for group qualifying, we are now going to run heat races. We'll have solo qualifying, 2 minutes. Each driver has 2 laps. And then from there, we'll go into 4 heat races all this evening, where the top 4 will lock themselves into the main event. 5th and 6th will go to the B main. 7th on back will be in the C main. The C main will consist of 10 laps, top 4. The B main will be 12 laps, with our top 8 going through. We'll take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We'll leave the action up on screen for you. And we'll let these guys finish up getting their final test and tune part in before we get into the business part of the night. It'll be qualifying up next. Can Tim Smith, can he go 2 for 2? Will we see maybe Chris Brenner, David Heileman, John Batista, Anthony Lepresto, Ryan Pace, Stephen Renault? Will we see a new face in victory lane? We'll find out in just a moment. We'll come back with qualifying in a few moments' time. Qualifying right now on the racetrack, and well, there are a lot of cars on there at the moment. Watching Nathan Davis in the 36. Get the green flag. Here on qualifying, Chris Brenner with a 14.170, setting quick time. Nathan Davis with a 14.276, up to position 5. It was 4th, but well, his teammate John Batista knocked him off that spot. Anthony Lepresto on the racetrack looking to set his first time, 14th quick. make that 15th quick as he gets bumped back there by Stephen Hill. Tim Smith, position number 2 with a 14.188. And these drivers looking to set their sights on a front row starting position. Ryan Pace with a 14.276. He's completed his lap. So top 10, Chris Brenner, Tim Smith, Stephen Renaud, Stephen Hill, John Batista. Well, Ryan Pace, position number 3. So checkered flag is out on qualifying, and we'll get set into heat racing action right now as heat number 1 will line up like this. Starting on the pole in car number 70 will be tonight's fastest qualifier, Chris Brenner. To his outside in the 127, that'll be Stephen Hill. At a position number 3 in the 15, it's Drew Neal. At a position number 4 in the 222, it is Weston Newell. At a position 5 in the 24, Anthony Lepresto. At a position 6 in the 1, it's Stephen Hersberg. At a position 7 in car number 30, Tyler Curtis. Scheduled to start out of position 8 in car number 17. Not on the grid, I don't think. Not on the grid, so no need for that one. So heat number 1 on the racetrack right now. Chris Brenner, Stephen Hill, Drew Neal, Weston Newell, Anthony Lepresto, Stephen Hersberg, and Tyler Curtis. We will go around one more time, so next time by we'll come past the flag stand now. And off corner number 4, it'll be Chris Brenner's race to start. Brenner and Hill. I'm not sure why Trading Paints isn't loading up for the 15. That's Drew Neal in the LNS Express Wicked Cushion number 15. Green flag is out and we're underway in heat race number 1. Stephen Hill, position 2 in the 127. Then the 222 of Western Hill into position number 3. Drew Neal in the 15 in position number 4. There's contact with Neal and Lepresto. Caution flag is out. And the 15 of Drew Neal. So yes, yellow flags are in heat racing competition. And also the B mains. Now, anytime the caution is in the heats or the B main or C main, they will count towards the total number of laps for this evening. Not sure what happened to the 15 now. Let's take a look at the Colby's Eye Paint instant replay. So, not happy with Lepresto. But still on the pace truck. We will go green the following time by. So unfortunately these are 36 second lap times at the moment. If you haven't already, make sure you check out Ultimate Dead TV on YouTube. Head over to youtube.com facebook.com/Ultimate Dirt TV. If you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button. We'll have a couple of videos going up tonight. In fact, we should have about six at a minimum. Make sure you check out Volusia Corporation on Facebook along with Dirty Old Bastards. Check out Colby's iPaints on Facebook and check out SETI Group Holdings on the web at www.seti.com. That's CEDI.com. Brenner, Hill, Newell, and Lepresto, your top four that are looking to lock themselves into the main event tonight. We'll try and keep an eye on Lepresto's car, as he might have some rear end damage on that race car from the contact from the 15. Looks to be A-OK at the moment. The race leader, Brenner, into turns 1 and 2. Stephen Hill sitting comfortable in second, but he's going to have pressure from the 222 of Western Newell behind him here in just a moment. In fact, he pulls up alongside the 127 off corner number 4. 7 down, 3 to go here in the opening heat of race number 2 of the night. 3 wide almost. Lepresto thought about making a 3 wide on the bottom side. The white flag will be out next time by for your race leader, Chris Brenner. He's got a 1.3 second advantage. Your battle for second, third, and fourth at the moment. And Hill hangs on to second. Newell in third, and Anthony Lepresto in position number 4. Into 3 and 4, and there it is, the final time. Chris Brenner gets the job done. Second will go to Hill. Third is going to be Newell. Anthony Lepresto in fourth. Tyler Curtis, Stephen Herzberg, and Drew Newell finishes that one. And 70 cars in heat race number 1 as we get set for our next heat of the night, heat number 2, and it's race number 1 winner Tim Smith will line up alongside the 35 of John Batista. At a position at number 3, the 82 of Dylan Workman. He will line up alongside the 57 of Craig Dunn. At a position number 5, the 93 of Chris Roberts. He lines up alongside the 97 of Matthew Henninger. At a position 7, it's the 26 of Trevor Hika. In car number 26, Trevor, I hope I got that right after the pronunciation. Thank you for messaging the page, by the way. So, heat 2 for race number 2 and round number 2 of the Volusia Corporation and Dirty Old Bastards 360 Wing Sprint Car Series. A reminder, Thursday night will be live for the Wicked Cushion World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint Car Series, round number 2 as well. I believe we'll see the same format we're seeing here tonight. It's providing some great racing so far on the racetrack. Well, in race number 1, it was just one word. It was epic. Hopefully we'll see the exact same in race number 2. Maybe just a few less more cautions. If you're going to get the cautions, get it over and done with. Get them out of the way in the heat race. The Wicked Cushion 38 of Tim Smith lines up alongside the Black Diamonds Motorsports Hammer Down Ultimate Dirt 2E number 35 of John Batista. We get set to go green. Keep an eye on the Buffalo Wild Wings 82 of Dylan Workman. He was a hard charger in race number 1 main event. Come from 24th to pick up, I believe, a top 5. Smith through the middle in turns 3 and 4. Here comes Batista on the inside. Side by side, Dunn in position number 3. In position 4, well, that belongs to Workman. But not for long, because Matthew Henninger and Chris Roberts are trying to take that spot away from him. Dunn tried to get around the outside of John Batista in turns 3 and 4. Couldn't get the job done. And just settles in position number 3 at the moment. Dylan Workman looking for a direct transfer into tonight's main event rather than going through the B main. Henninger in position 5 on the outside looking in, as is Chris Roberts. in position number 6. Smith just seems to have something figured out here at Volusia in the 38 wicket cushion entry. Picked up his first feature win of the series just about 15 minutes ago. Smith continuing to lead halfway home. 5 down, 5 to go. Batista in second spot. Craig Dunn in third, and Dylan Workman still in position number 4 in the Buffalo Wild Wings. Number 82, Matthew Henninger. In the SETI Group Holdings, Team SETI wicket cushion, car number 97. In position 5, he's about half a second away from challenging for positions 4 on the racetrack, and time is just starting to run out for the 97. All the drivers pretty much run the same identical line at both ends of the racetrack, so it's hard to pick up some time. And Tim Smith with a 14.672. He's fastest lap of the race so far. A lot of the drivers, in fact all but one, are in the 14-second bracket. That's Trevor Hika. Well, he's just turned his fastest lap with a 15.009. White flag is out for the 38, the wicket cushion, UW Motorsports. Colby's iPace Next Gen Fab Ultimate Dirt TV, number 38. Smith through turns 3 and 4. He gets the job done. Second will go to Batista. Dunn in third. Workman fourth. Roberts gets fifth. 6 is going to go to Hika. And Henninger comes across the line in 7th place. I'm not sure what happened to the 97 there, but troubles on the final lap. So heat number 3. So we get set for our penultimate heat of the night. I'm just going to turn my heater on because it is a little bit chilly here. Let me know if you can hear that in the background clearly. Starting on the pole in the 44, Ryan Pace to his outside, the 22, Jason Nygaard. And in position 3, John Lowe will line up alongside the 56 of John Lopresto. Aaron Schaefer and Taylor Howe will make up row number 3, and row 4 will be Scott Tyler. Green next time by, Ryan Pace alongside Jason Nygaard, John Lowe, John Lopresto, Aaron Schaefer, Taylor Howe, and Scott Tyler. Someone let me know if you can hear that heater on in the background quite clearly, because if you can, I will turn it off. I'll just freeze during the heat races and I'll warm up in the middle of cautions and stuff like that.
Green.
Yeah, I'll just turn it off anyway. Ryan Pace gets us underway. Here in the third heat of the night, Jason Nygaard in second spot. We have, I believe that is Aaron Schaefer at the back, getting out of shape in turns 1 and 2. So keep an eye on the 22 of Nygaard. He done this in his opening heat in race number 1. He started on the outside, and he managed to pick up a win. So looking to double up on heat race wins here this evening at the Volusia Speedway Park. Ryan Pace, your race leader in the 44, the 22. Nygaard in second. Third is John Lepresto. Fourth is going to be John Lowe. Four cars, Taylor Howe on the outside looking in, along with Aaron Schaefer and Scott Tyler. They battle it out side by side. We'll keep an eye on the race lead here in just a moment with 4 down as we come across the start finish line this time by, with 6 laps to run here in heat race number 3. Pace continuing to lead and doing a great job out in front, trying to hold off the Team City Group Holdings, number 22 of Jason Nygaard. He is about a 10th away from him right now, and with 5 laps to go, Nygaard's got a chance to make something happen. Jason Nygaard, fastest lap of the race with a 14.777. So the 22 is just somehow, he's just picked up a lot of speed. Although last time by he was a good 6/100ths of a second between himself and Ryan Pace. The last time by 3/1000ths of a second separated the two. And with 2 laps to go this time by for Ryan Pace, he will look to start on the inside of row number 2 for tonight's main event. But Nygaard not going to give up just yet without a fight. Down the back straight away into 3 and 4 for the penultimate time in heat race number 3. Nygaard trying to make it work on the bottom side. Ryan Pace up top, 1 lap to go. Side by side into 1 and 2. That should be enough for Pace to get the job done. Off for corner number 4. Ryan Pace getting the win. Jason Nygaard second. Third will go to Lepresto. 4th, John Lowe. 5th, Taylor Howe, Aaron Schaefer, and Scott Tyler. Upside down across the line, and there we go, heat race number 3 done and dusted, our final heat race of the night. And we'll come back to you with your grid here in just a moment. Heat number 4 right now. Stephen Renaud alongside Nathan Davis for your front row. Michael Sheridan and Brandon Steele in row 2. Row 3, Brian Fine and Tyler Henselman. And Donald Satterfield at the back by his lonesome in row number 4. Heat race number 4, 10 laps on the board. Our final heat race of the night. Renaud leads into 1 and 2 with Davis hot on his heels. Sheridan holding off Brandon Steele in the number 5 machine. And here comes Tyler Henselman looking for a direct transfer into the main event. Opening lap belongs to Stephen Renaud with Davis. In the Black Diamonds Motorsports, Iron Aces hammer down, number 36, trying to make a charge for your race lead. Third in the Wicked Cushion, number 12 car. I see this guy back in his number 12 machine. It's Michael Sheridan. Brandon Steele, the Steel Sark Lever entry 5 machine holding down that 4 spot. But you know, Tyler Henselman, he is all over the back of him right now, trying to pick up position number 4. Plenty of laps still yet to come here in tonight's Heat 4. As we got, I believe that's Satterfield into the wall. Oh. Sound somehow turned down. Satterfield back on pit road, and we'll see him in the C main later this evening. So Henselman once again trying to get on by the number 5. Oh, there was contact off corner number 2. Henselman just got the run coming off turn 2 and now ducks down to the low side. He picks up 4th at the line. Does he? No, it's still going to go to Brandon Steele. There was 2 1,000ths of a second separated the 2. And Brandon Steele starts to drive away from the 21, Tyler Henselman, with just 2.5 to go. Your race leader, Stephen Renaud, in the 115, followed somewhat closely in the 36. That is Nathan Davis. Michael Sheridan in 3rd, 0.352 was the gap last time by, as we're now off of turn 4. The white flag is out. 352 now, well, down to 1.90, so picked up a 1/10.5 on the previous lap, and into turns 3 and 4 for the final time in heat racing competition from Volusia Speedway Park. Stephen Renaud with the win, Nathan Davis in 2nd, Sheridan 3rd, Brandon Steele 4th, Tyler Henselman in 5th, Brian Fine in 6th, and Donald Satterfield in 7th. Well, this is our C-Main. C-Main on track right now. Wait for our cars to get on the racetrack and we'll go through your grid. Your C-Main lines up like this. The 26 of Trevor Hika will start on pole alongside the 77 of Aaron Schaefer. Brian Fine in the 33 will start out of position number 3. Out of position number 4 will be the 34 of Scott Tyler. Matthew Henniger will start out of position 5 and out of position number 7 on the grid because we don't have our 4th place starter. The 15. It'll be the 66 of Donald Satterfield at the back of this one. Well, from what we learned last time, this is a 10 lap.
Green, green, green.
10 laps C-Main, although it does say 12, it'll be 10 laps the distance, and the green flag is out. Now, cautions are on, remember? Schaefer up the inside of Hika into turns 1 and 3 and 4, I should say. Now, top 4 will advance. Henniger around the outside of Scott Tyler as they race down the back straight away. Oh no! Tyler into the wall. Don't bring out the yellow. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just get off the racetrack. Come on. Thank you. We stay green here in the C main. So 5 cars left this one. The top 4 will advance. And the 97 of Matthew Henninger hangs on to that 4th and final transfer spot. Got the 33 of Brian Fine in front of him, and Trevor Hika in the 26 in position at number 2. Meanwhile, your race leader in the 77 is Aaron Schaefer. Hika and Fine duking it out for 2nd and 3rd. We are halfway home, 5 down, 5 to go. Henninger in the 97, trying to get one more spot in tonight's C main. Literally on the bubble as we speak in that 4th and final transfer spot. 7 down and 3 to go. Schaefer, not a race that any of these drivers would have liked to beat in, but nonetheless they're in there, and well, they're just getting more laps on this racetrack as we speak. The white flag is out this time by Brian Fine. Got the wall on the back straight away. So this should be the white flag. Into 3 and 4, the checkers are out, and there we go. 10 laps complete. Aaron Schaefer gets the job done. Trevor Hika in 2nd. 3rd is going to go to Brian Fine and Matthew Henninger. Finishes in the top 4, and they will see themselves in tonight's B main, which will be 12 laps to distance. We'll take a quick break and come back with our B main lineup. Your B main lineup lines up like this. The 30 of Tyler Curtis lining up out of position number 1. The 93 of Chris Roberts out of position number 2. The 29 of Taylor Howe out of position 3. Position 4. Tyler Henselman in car number 21. Out of position 5 will be Stephen Hersberg. Out of position 6 will be the 77 of Aaron Schaefer. Out of position 7, Trevor Hika in car number 26. Position 8 will be the 33 of Brian Fine and the 97 of Matthew Henninger. So I believe we're going to take 8 cars from this one, and 1 car unfortunately will miss out from the B main, and you don't want to be that car. Side by side into 1 and 2, there are a lot of guys that are still in rows of 2 by 2. Henselman on the outside as Hersberg comes up the inside, and they both get by the 30 of Tyler Curtis. Curtis and Schaefer, they made contact. 3 wide, 4 wide down the back straight away. Hika, unfortunately, the 26. He's going to be that 1 car. Caution flag is out, and all the 1 of Stephen Hersberg as well. Let's take a look at the Colby's iPads instant replay. Oh no. Rear end broken on the race car of the 1, I dare say. And there is the one car that could potentially find himself back on pit road and out of the event, and unfortunately it is Trevor Hika. Well, let's just say he might as well go buy himself a lottery ticket, because although he was spun around on the back straight away, he will have found himself in tonight's main event. Now these guys are still racing for positions here, so although these 8 drivers will transfer, there is still a lot to play for, because you don't want to be starting at the back. I mean, you know, you could go from a 12th starting row up to, you know, you might be able to pick up 2 or 3 rows if you can, you know, pass quite a few cars. Each car you pass, and this one is essentially one car you don't have to pass in tonight's main event. So still plenty of racing to come. After this one, we'll have our 35-lap main event this evening. It'll be the second of the twin 35s. Race number 1 already been run and won by the 38 of Tim Smith. Chris Brenner got second, and Anthony the Presto put out the UW Motorsports podium lockout. Our B main on track with 10 laps to go in it.
Green flag,
In
green
fact,
flag.
there will be 7. No, there might even be 6 now, because it's only a 12-lap B main. Roberts, your race leader. Into turns 3 and 4. Taylor Howe and Tyler Henselman duking it out side by side. Roberts just turned the fastest lap of the race with a 15.308. Henselman around the outside of Taylor Howe down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4 right now. Matthew Henniger from the C Mafia, from the C main, finished 4th in that one. Started 9th in this, now up to position number 4. So looking to continue the run for the Team SETI Group Holdings Wicked Cushion car number 97. He's got a chance for a top 3 here. Henselman all over the rear crash bar of the 93 out of turn number 2. And this is going to be a great 4-car battle for the lead. Taylor Howe looking to the inside of Tyler Henselman off at turn number 4. He picks up position number 2. And now Henselman struggling to hang on, but he gets the run in turns 1 and 2. Drives back around the outside of the 29 of Taylor Howe. Howe on the inside, and well, Henniger, and now you throw in Aaron Schaefer, as this should be 2 to go. In fact, it should be the white flag this time by because in the 12-lap B main. We're on lap number 12 right now. Henselman, he's got one last chance to pick up the win in the B main here. Checkered flag is out. Roberts slides up. He takes the line away. Roberts gets the job done from Henselman. Henniger, Howe, Schaefer, Fine, Hika, and Tyler Curtis. Stephen Herzberg was the car not to transfer into tonight's main event. And we'll have our SETI Group Holdings starting grid in just a moment's time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Chris Brenner in car 70 will start on pole to his outside, the 38 of Tim Smith. At a position number 3, with the 44 of Ryan Pace and Stephen Rill. Stephen Hill lines up alongside John Batista, Jason Nygaard, and Nathan Davis, row 4. Row 5, Weston Newell, no, that is incorrect. Drew Neal is not there. It is Weston Newell and Craig Dunn. John Lepresto alongside Michael Sheridan. Anthony Lepresto, Dylan Workman, row 7. Row 8, John Lowe, Brandon Steele. Row 9, Chris Roberts, Tyler Henselman, Matthew Henniger, Taylor Howe, Aaron Schaefer, Brian Fine, Tyler Curtis, and Trevor Hika.
Y'all ready for this?
Can Brenner get redemption? Will Tim Smith go back to back? Will we see the likes of John Batista, Jason Nygaard, Nathan Davis, Anthony or John Lepresto? What can Dylan Workman do, ladies and gentlemen? It is time we go green here at Volusia. Race number 2 of the Volusia Corporation and Dirty Old Bastards. 360 wing sprint car series, 35 laps on the board.
Green, green, green.
We are green. Into 1 and 2, we've got Brandon Steele into the wall hard, and the caution flag flies already. Brandon Steele in the 5 machine already. Found a way into the wall. And it was just by himself. And that is a hard ride for the 5 machine. As lap 1, turn 1, he is done for. Now a reminder, we are not doing 250 laps around here. We do not have 249 to go. We have a time limit, 39 minutes left. Or if we can get 35 green flag laps in. So, the caution flag, what that does, in the early heat races, you see it shoot into the laps that was allocated for that heat race. However, that is not the case for tonight's main event. So, prior to the caution coming out, the initial race was going to be 35 laps. So, the white flag out at lap number 35. With the caution being thrown, and with the caution out on the racetrack, they add 3 laps onto the total distance. So obviously with this caution out, the white flag will now come out at lap number 38. Sorry. It just gives us and allows these drivers to go the distance of the full 35 laps. If the white flag comes out and there is a yellow after that, they will race it out to the end. Everything else before that, they will go back to the last recorded lap. So if they were on 2 to green and they were coming out of turn 4 and the yellow flag come out, they will stop the race there. They will go back to a green-white checker. They will continue to do that until we get the proper result. The only way that's going to stop that is if the time has anything to do with it. Hopefully, it doesn't take that long. Green flag, back out Chris Brenner, leading Tim Smith. Into 1 and 2, Ryan Pace. He's got a cluster of cars behind him. He's got Stephen Renaud in the 115. And John Batista in position number 5. Stephen Hill in 6th. Nathan Davis and Jason Nygaard battling it out for 7th and 8th. Nygaard put a slider on Davis. Davis got out of the gas and just tucked in behind the 22 machine in turns 1 and 2. Now look at Batista on the inside, one of the first cars to go down to the bottom side of the racetrack into turns 1 and 2. He picked up 4th, but Renaud now going to shuffle him back to position number 5, and Batista's going to keep on working the bottom side of the racetrack. This top side is, well, at the moment it looks fairly even. Looking at lap times right now, Batista with a 15.369, Renaud with a 15.450. So, I mean, that was very similar on times. Chris Brenner? What has happened to the 70? Uh-oh, we'll have a look at that. Oh, it just looked like he might have just put it into the wall. So Tim Smith, well, he's looking to double up here on wins. Batista now still fighting it out. Side by side with Renault. The caution flag comes out. The 97 of Matthew Henninger going upside down. Just tagged the back of the 33 of Brian Fine. Let's go back even further because we need to see what happened to Chris Brenner. So you're watching the Colby's iPates instant replay. Just trying to find out what happened here. And he had a bit of a lead over Tim Smith. As Tim Smith's just falling back as well. Not sure whether. Okay. Alright, so white flag, what's that, our second caution of this race. So white flag out at lap number 41. And Tim Smith will once again lead the field back to the green flag. We've still got about 27 to go.
Green flag, green flag.
Pace struck in. Tim Smith gets on the loud pedal. Ryan Pace in second. Third is John Batista. Here comes Davis and Davis and Renault make contact.
Caution is out.
And Jason Nygaard hard into the wall as well. Let's take a look at the Colby's iPads instant replay. Nygaard had nowhere to go on that one. Just looked like they hooked wheels, and it's never a good sign. Davis was sliding up, and Renault came down. Craig Dunn hit the 36. No, it was not good. Now let's take a look at Jason Nygaard because, well, he'd been having somewhat of a decent night here at Volusia. Ouch. He goes from 7,000, 8,000 RPM almost down to nothing.
Green guys, tighten up, single file, or white flag lap 44.
So white flag lap number 44. So the Volusia Speedway Park hosts the Volusia Fair Corporation and Dirty Old Bastards 360 Wing Sprint Car Series.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag this time by Ryan Pace in second, looking to close the door on your race leader Tim Smith, but trying to fend off a challenge from the 35 of Batista. Batista to the inside of Batista with a slide job into turn number 3 and 4. Batista gives him room to come back on the outside. Del Presto battling it out with Stephen Hill for 4th and 5th right now. Pace going to put the slider on Batista into turns 3 and 4. He keeps it on the bottom side. At the line, man, that was close between the two. Pace and Batista side by side. Caution flag flies yet again. Maybe the 33. Well, Trevor Hika and Brian Fine got together. So having a look on the Colby's iPads instant replay. Well, that's part of the Volusia racetrack, so guys, these drivers need to settle down. They need to find their groove and make a move. So 1 to green. Next time by.
One to green, guys. Tighten up. Single file. White flag, lap 47. Let's try and get some laps in, guys.
$24 to go, roughly around there in the second race of the second series.
Green flag, green flag.
Tim Smith will lean back into turns 1 and 2. Ryan Pace in back position at number 2 from Batista. I thought Batista had him cleared, and caution flag flies yet again. This time it's the 21 of Tyler Henselman. Let's have a look on the Colby's iPad instant replay. He's just trying to get out of harm's way and let all the guys go on by. No, it's a... Oh, look like Sheridan in the 12 may have got him there. So Sheridan got a run and tagged the back of him, and Roberts and Taylor Howe finished him off. And unfortunately for the 21. Alright, Block. Here's what we're going to do. You're going to give some to the 21. The 21 needs some luck. Now, I know we love to have a joke and call each other out and stuff like that, but he has got the talent to run with these guys. He just needs some luck. If you can give him some luck, that would be good. Thank you. I'll tell you who else needs a bit of luck too. It's 22 of Jason Nygaard. White flag, lap number 50. $23 to run. Well, instead of empty, because he can't run out of fuel anymore, I think we need to change him to Tyler. I need some luck, Henselman.
Green flag, green flag.
Tim Smith, once again, leads us down the front straightaway into turns 1 and 2. Stephen Hill and Anthony Lepresto going to battle it out once again, as is John Batista and Ryan Pace. Batista on the outside of Pace in 3 and 4. Batista getting a run. into turns 3 and 4. Now here comes Batista to the low side. You get the feeling that if Batista clears out from Ryan Pace and comes after the race leader Tim Smith, I dare say that will be a battle for the ages between the two. Stephen Hill hanging on to position number 4. He's got Anthony Presto right in behind him. As Stephen Hill once again trying to hold off the 24. And we got 20 to go. Make that 19. Is now Lepresto to the inside of Stephen Hill. Here he comes with a big slide job. Hill with a great crossover. You can see the difference in the wing angle between these two. A lot flatter wing from Anthony. Whereas that wing looks to be tugged back just a little bit more from Stephen Hill. Now here comes John Lepresto sneaking into the mix and trying to get on the inside of his brother. Michael Sheridan as well behind them. So a couple of teammates, well, they all try and take on the 127 of Stephen Hill. And well, he's just doing a great job. And he is just holding down the fort right now. Sheridan on the outside of John Lepresto. We look. Oh, Ryan Pace to the inside. And he got back to pit road, so no caution is out. Thank you very much. Well done, Ryan Pace. Side by side for the lead in the turns 3 and 4. Smith with a slider. And I said if Batista clears out and catches him, we could have a race on our hands. 15 laps to go. Smith, the leader from Batista. It's still Hill and Lepresto battling it out for the final spot on the podium. But here we go. Batista couldn't quite make the pass in 1 and 2. Let's go back to the battle in third right now. Stephen Hill on the top side of the racetrack. He's got Sheridan behind him. John Lepresto behind Sheridan. Anthony Lepresto put the slider in turns 3 and 4, and Stephen Hill going to try and return serve in 1 and 2, but no. Anthony Lepresto clearing away from the 127. Oh, slider! Lepresto got on the brakes, cross back underneath. Now here comes the 12 of Michael Sheridan. Oh, Sheridan almost got into the back of the 127. Batista slipping back to a 1.2 second disadvantage to Tim Smith, and now here comes John Lepresto on the inside, 3 wide with the teammates, or 2 teammates and Stephen Hill. 10 to go. This time by Sheridan in 5th, John Lepresto 6th, Stephen Hill in 4th, and Anthony Lepresto looking to bag himself a couple of third place finishes here this evening. John Batista, can he hang on? Can he try and reel in your race leader, Tim Smith? It was a 1.3 second advantage, I believe. We'll see what it goes out to. Well, 1.266 to 1.45 seconds, so there's nearly 2 tenths right there. And well, we've still got somewhat of a decent battle going on. The 3rd, 4th and 5th, they're fairly close together, just a couple of car lengths separating the pair of them. We're coming up on 6 to go, in fact 6 to go. That time by past the flag stand, and the gap just continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger. 1.7 seconds, 1.58 it was, up to 1.73. Sheridan trying to close the door and trying to catch up to your 4th place runner of Stephen Hill. Anthony Lepresto has just started to clear away from him right now. Now there's 4 laps to go for your race leader. Tell you what, Stephen Hill, he has been impressive here in this race. He's had challenges from guys, from all sorts of guys, and he's managed to hold them off. Coming up to 2 laps to go off of corner number 4, Tim Smith in the 38.
Here we go.
through turns 1 and 2. He's essentially got 6 turns to go through 3 and 4 for the penultimate time. The white flag is out. It's out right now. They will race it to the line through turns 1 and 2. The gap is down to 1.5 seconds. He's not taking any chances. Getting close to the 26 through turns 3 and 4, ladies and gentlemen. He bags a couple of feature wins here tonight. Tim Smith gets the job done from John Batista in second. Anthony Lepresto in third. Fourth went to Stephen Hill. Then we had Michael Sheridan, Stephen Hill, Nathan Davis, John Lowe, Taylor Howe, Roberts, Workman, Schaefer, Curtis, Renaud, Hika, but nonetheless, our top 3. And he is burning it down for a second time here this evening. And, well, he's got a right to. The 38 finds victory lane. And how about that? We got about 20-odd laps of green flag laps in right there. So hopefully we get to chat with our podium yet again. We've got our third place finisher in, what number were you tonight in this one? 24. Anthony, congratulations on another third place. Oh, you must be excited about picking up 2 thirds here tonight.
Yeah, I can't be too disappointed. It was a points night, a couple of third places, especially given where I started there. Started 13th in that second one. So, yeah, definitely had to claw and battle my way to the front there on a really slick, well, not too slick actually. There was still kind of a middle lane. We could kind of come off. I like it at Volusia more when it goes all the way up to the fence, but we don't really get that too much. So yeah, pretty happy with it.
What was the track like compared to race 1? You know, what were the main differences in the tracks tonight?
It felt pretty similar. I felt like the top was a little steadier for me in 1 and 2, but that's because I had a little bit of a setup change. That felt a little bit better. I made it so I could steer the car a little easier in the center of 1 and 2. That was my main downfall in the first race. There was the car just wanted to get really tight in the center, and for some reason I just couldn't get it to do anything, and fix that with the setup change. So worked out.
Well done on bagging a couple of third place finishes here tonight, no doubt. I'm sure there's some people you want to thank again.
Yeah, I got to thank teammates at EW Motorsports. Got to thank our sponsors, Wicked Cushion, Ultimate Dirt TV, Next Gen Fab, Colby's Eye Paints. Once again, DOB for doing these shows all the time, and you for casting them, and appreciate all you guys. So thank you.
There you have it. Anthony Lepresto home in third place. Jesus Christ is right. John, hey, John, congratulations on a second here. Things didn't go your way in race 1. You had a great battle, but look, race 2 certainly went different. And second place, you got to be happy about that.
Yeah, I was just telling Tim, I ran the wrong gear for the first race, so it was pretty fast in the middle, but once it slicked all the way off, it was really slow. Driving through the slick through the middle. And I made the adjustments for the second race, and then I didn't even run the line that I made the adjustments for, and I don't know why. I started running with 3 or 4 to go, and I thought I was gaining time on Tim. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I hit the wall in 3 trying to run the bottom in the middle of the race, and that let him get the 2-second lead or whatever he had on me. So from there I was just playing sit in second.
I asked Anthony this question, and I talk about the track. I mean, compared to race 1, I mean, what did you feel as a driver? Was the track any different? I mean, was it slower? Was it faster? Were there more lines, less lines? What was the go out there tonight?
The bottom wasn't there in the day race, in race 1, in 3 and 4. In this one, I could run it all the way around 3 and 4. I made a pass on Ryan Pace, running the bottom. I mean, the cushion was quite a bit smaller in 3 and 4 in this one, and it was a little bit faster. I thought it stuck around a little bit longer. On race 1, Chris passed me easily through the middle, and the middle was still fast in the second race. But I don't know. I think the night race had a bit more variable lines you could run.
Well done on a second here this evening in race number 2. I'm sure that you got some people you want to thank.
Yeah, but I want to thank you for sponsoring me, and Hammer Down Racing League for also sponsoring our team Black Diamond. Nathan had an awesome comeback from 19th to 7th there in the second race. Unfortunately, made some mistakes in the first one, but mistakes are always, mistakes.
All right, well done on the second.
Thank you, Brett.
There we have it, John Batista home in second place and home in first place for the second time tonight. You might as well pitch yourself. Tim, congratulations. You doubled down here at Volusia. How does that feel to go back to back?
Oh, pretty damn good, man. It's been a while since I won some of these things. To go 2 for 2, it feels pretty cool.
How was the car in race number 2 compared to race 1? Did you make any adjustments for the nighttime race, or did you leave it exactly the same?
I made a gear change. I'm not sure if it helped or hurt it. Car felt like it was kind of bogging down, so I went up a gear. Other than that, I pretty much left it the same.
Well, they say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You seem to be fast on the top. You seem to be fast anywhere you went. You had a challenge there from John with about sort of 10 to 15 or 15 to 20 to go, but he made a mistake and you ended up driving away from the field. Coming up to that lap car in the final lap, were you trying to take it easy going into 3 and 4 and maybe not passing considering that Batista was a fair way behind?
Yeah, I didn't want to get too close to him. I went pretty low coming out of 4 there because I knew that that lap car was going to be up there. I didn't want to get. I've lost races like that, just lap cars taking you out. I was kind of nervous about it, so I just made sure I stayed away from him.
Well, anyone you'd like to thank for the win here again in race number 2?
Yeah, definitely. WickedCushion.com for coming out and sponsoring the team, sponsoring me some equipment to go racing real life here in a month. Really appreciate everything they do for me. All my teammates at UW Motorsports, Colby's Eye Paints, you at Ultimate Dirt TV, Next Gen Fabrication, and everybody that gives us a place to race. Appreciate it.
All right, there we go. Tim Smith with the win. He will double down on the wins here at Volusia Speedway Park. That will wrap up round number 2 of the series. We'll have Thursday nights, the Wicked Cushion World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint Car Series. I have no idea where we're at, so stay tuned for that. I'll make sure you come back and watch those. As well, pretty much the same drivers, although I might have a few different drivers coming in and coming out to play as well. I want to thank Dirty Old Bastards along with Blue Sphere Corporation for allowing Ultimate Dirt TV to cover the action this season again. We want to thank Colby's Eye Paints for being the sponsor for the instant replays as well. Check them out on Facebook. Check out Cedi Group Holdings on the web at www.cedi.com. It's CEDI, as they are the sponsors for the starting grid and finishing results for Ultimate Dirt TV over the next season as well. Make sure you check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/Ultimate Dirt TV. We upload all of our content to our YouTube channel. In fact, tonight's races will be going up in about an hour's time. We've got another 4, 5, maybe 6 races to upload as well. So make sure you go and hit the subscribe button, because we're going to be looking to getting back to the Facebook and YouTube streams. And once again, we've got a big announcement coming up inside of the next 24 hours, so stick around for that one. On behalf of everyone here at Ultimate Dirt TV, it's Brett Wheeler saying we will see you Thursday night for our next broadcast here on Ultimate Dirt TV for the Wicked Cushion World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint Car Series. Good night.